Hi guys, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. And for those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Catherine and I tell true stories and facts. Today my story is about the girl they adopted. These were two Africans, of course husband and wife, living in one of the East African countries. Let's just say they were living in Uganda, Kampala city, Kampala. And it happens that they had been married for almost 15 years without kids. And in Africa, relatives are so concerned about a married couple without kids as though the kids are there, as though you not having kids is going to affect them in one way or another. Even the neighbors, so and so has been married and they don't have kids. There always whispers around, blah, 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 blah. And that's why they say the married couple should mind their own family and stop listening to the outsiders unless it's some very good advice. So, the woman especially was being despised by the in-laws, calling her barren, which could have been the fact, or maybe it was the man who was barren. But they kept looking at the woman, unless the man they knew had sired some kids outside. And so the woman was so stressed and pushed the man to have adopt a kid. Just adopt a kid and go very far away until the kid grows, for them to believe that it's their kid. And so they went to different adoption centers just to find somebody who will at least have some similarities with them. They were dark, both of them, so they wanted a dark kid. But then it can happen that you can be a light kid and your parents are dark. Genetics come from generations, not just the closest generation. And after the woman stressing the man so hard, the man decided, okay, I will go we will get an adoption of a girl. And we're gonna give her a name after the father's father. Not the father's father, no, the father of the mother rather. Because most of the time in marriages, I see people, they're looking always on the side of the mother. They want their kids to be named after something of the sort. So, yes, they found a very beautiful girl, you know, very beautiful. But they had wanted a smaller kid, but unfortunately, there were no babies. Only kids who were running around. And this particular one was 5 years old. So it was going to take a lot of hard work for them to have her accept them as the parents. But anyway, 5 is still young. She can adopt. By the time she's 10, she'll be used to them. Or even 1 year. I don't know much about this. For the people who have adoptions, put in the comments. Let's see what happens. So watch to the end and see what happened to the girl they adopted. One strange thing about this girl is that She never wanted to be bathed by any of them. Can you imagine? A 5-year-old wants to bathe herself. It's unheard of. In some cases, even 10-year-olds are still being bathed, but this is a 5-year-old but never wanted to be bathed by any of them. And they felt like probably she's still not used to them. And it was just a matter of time that she will accept to be bathed by them. They named the kid Nabira. I don't know what that means in Ugandan. Nakitoro, something of the Nabila Nakitoro. They named the kid something like that. So Nabila Nakitoro at 5 years old never wanted to be bathed. Never. No matter how hard the mother who has adopted her tried to be close to her, she was getting close to her in other ways, but not when it comes to toilet matters and shower matters. But something strange happened one day, a tragedy that led them to have to watch her. Nabila Nakitoro was playing outside with some other girls when she fell in some glasses of broken glasses. She fell into them completely and she was bleeding profusely. She fell backward and they had to remove her clothes in order to clean her before, you know, to remove the blood and give her first aid. It did not need a doctor because it was not so, like you need to rush to the hospital. They were checking the situation before they will decide whether to take her to hospital or just deal with it at home. Because the mother who had adopted her was actually a nurse. So she will handle this at home, so she thought. So Nabira Nakitoro was crying so hard. And the foster mother, rushed her to the shower room. And fun enough, Nabila Nakitoro this time did not object to her undressing her to shower her. And the moment the foster mother removed her clothes, she ran out of the shower screaming. No, not Nabila Nakitoro running out of the shower screaming, but the mother, the foster mother. She was telling the father, foster father, her husband, we need to return this baby. We need to return Nabila Nakitoro to the orphanage. We need to return her very fast. Can you imagine what could have been the cause of this? First, they removed her from the orphanage with another name, then gave Nabila Nakitoro to feel a sense of belonging to themselves. And now, the mother is screaming after removing her clothes, we need to return this baby to the orphanage where they had adopted the kid. Being a nurse, of course, it could not be due to the injuries. No. What was it? Watch in my next video to find out why they had to return Nakitoro to the orphanage. So if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.